Okay, um, it's been a while since I've made an update. Can you guess what went wrong this time? I'll give you a hint. Sure as shit not working because of it. The heads, they lost compression on the driver's side bank, cylinders 7 and 8. And I ran it like that for a while. I had no idea what it was at first. It was pinging, just like some quiet pinging. Eventually it would start getting louder and louder. And eventually there was some hesitation. And it got bad and bad. So I originally thought it was going to be the fuel system. You know, my dad and my uncle, who was a mechanic, he told me, he's like, hey, it might be the fuel system. Try that first. I tried that. I replaced the fuel pump, fuel filter, fuel sending unit, and the fuel pressure regulator, which is where I made a video on it on YouTube. And that didn't help. Then moved on to the spark system, distributor, spark plug wires, spark plugs. I think it was the coil too. Nothing. Then we thought it was a transmission, because when I would let go of the accelerator, it would start to hesitate a lot. It would have a lot of trouble going. So we sent it to the transmission shop, got it rebuilt, and it helped a bit, but it still wasn't doing anything. And then we just let it sit for like a week. I did a compression test, and that's where I found out the heads were bad. So we got to take them out. We sent it to a machine shop, got them decked, resurfaced, valve springs reworked on and everything. And here's a head gasket. Let me show you real quick. So this is the driver's side bank where there was no compression. And you can see right here, when we took it off, it was already off like that. This bit was already broken off. So I'm thinking what happened is the engine got too hot on that side, busted the head gasket, because when we took off the heads themselves, the passages for the water, they were completely plugged up with corrosion, sand or dirt. I have no idea what it was. I think if I show you the plenum, the lower plenum, you should be able to see that. Yeah, you see, that's where the water passages were at, right there. They were all just completely plugged up. I have no idea how it happened. Thinking somebody, out of anger, threw some sand in the cooling system and just fucked everything up. But yeah, this is what I'm currently working on. I'm waiting for some money to get the gaskets and everything so I can start reassembling everything. So the valves and the valve covers, they look a lot cleaner. You know, I don't want to lift them up. They're a bit too heavy for one hand. Valve covers, I painted them myself. Gotta clean the inside. You can see inside of it though. Completely cleaned up, ready to go. That passage there was blocked. That other passage was blocked. So it was just, I think it overheated and, you know, caused it to burst the head gasket on the rear. Because the front, it was fine. You know, they were getting water to all the cylinders in the front. It was just those two rear ones that were getting too hot. Maybe those two would have gotten hot if I ran them for too long. But yeah, that's the update so far. Right now I'm just doing miscellaneous stuff, you know, retaping the rail for the fuel injectors, for the cables for the fuel injectors. Just cleaning around the bay. You can see a bunch of crud on this side. I'm thinking the power steering pump went out, starting to leak it. I'm just gonna run it like that. What else? Oh yeah, transmission. I got a cooler for the transmission itself installed right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. And I got the transmission itself rebuilt with a shift kit. If I go in here, you can see. You know, I did a good job with it. I'm hoping once it's all fully set, I can get it adjusted, just to get it right on spot. And should be able to rip. I'm planning on painting that the same color as the valve covers. Not fully sure yet though. We'll just have to see, you know, if I'm down to it, because it's going to be a little more complicated to do. Manifolds, I painted them black half-assedly too, you know, but yeah, that's pretty much it. No startup this time, of course. But yeah. Thinking I'm thinking, I don't know, it was leaking out a lot of oil on the driver's side towards the rear, so I don't know, I guess one of the gaskets fell for the valve covers and just started leaking everything out. But that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully in 2 weeks it'll be back on the road. You know, I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. This thing has taken a huge chunk of my money away, but it's what I chose for buying it. It was $300, so it was really nothing much I could expect out of it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Thank you for watching. You know, one more thing I forgot is the paint. I actually didn't mention that. You can see, I finally got it painted. Just went around with a couple cans of primer. So now, from a distance, it looks okay. You can see that. Got the mirrors. Some OBS sports mirrors. Hood. The hood's the worst of it, you know. I did a pretty bad job with that. That was the first thing I did, so, you know, practice makes perfect. And that's how I got these somewhat better results. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I guess one more time, just to go on the interior, you know, mirrors, they finally don't move, so it's very nice, but the interior is still shit. Hopefully it'll change. I might just get a carpet from Walmart or something, you know, if I'm desperate enough and just laying down. But I think it's okay right for now. I'm not carrying anybody else other than myself in this car, so yep. Now that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. See you in another one.